Come in.
I just want to say that there's a feeling of being bummed about that bowl, and there's a feeling of sadness around, and I'm really sorry that happened.
Hello, sorry it happened. Hello, sorry it happened. I am interpreting and explaining the unknowable from the uncertain. Landed mid-Solthær landing urine extinction. And so you're sad?
Oh no, there's a feeling of sadness around.
Around. Did anything die?
The bowl?
The bowl.
The bowl died.
The bowl died. And you feel the bowl around you. How does death feel to be around you?
How does death feel to be around me?
Yeah, the bull died. The feeling of sadness, the feeling of death, it's around you. How does it feel?
Sad.
It feels sad. I know that love is meant on the outside. I see you're out of order. And I see what death on the outside does to you. Would you like to know where that death is in me?
Sure.
It's in me. The second it happened, I walked in. The other day, I shared there was a vision of this bowl breaking that I was pressing down on and documenting the last days of this bowl. Do you know I've been documenting the last days of this bowl? Every waffle that created. I had the picture. I was pressing down on the fingers. I remember when I was 16, a junior, too young, too big, surrounded by no one who knew how to guide or anything of these hands. A teacher who was a 2D artist, who was a teacher of a wheel-thrown ceramics class. And all of the pain and death that I saw about all of those pots that I had done for my senior project the next year, and how they didn't get fired at the optimal temperature, and all this stuff and everything this last few days since I was making these waffles. All of these visions, and inside of me they hadn't closed that loop. And in order to close the loop, I'm the one that's required to fill it in. So I see you as the dropping angel. And the beginning to this new ending. We've been talking about the books of love, the books in love. And then we started talking about the books of ending, the book of ending, the book of death.
Mm-hmm. Grief.
The book of grief, book of sadness.
Today.
What a beautiful example of knowing that bottom is able to be chipped away. $5.98 with the circle and the M and the T. I'm no longer empty outside of that circle. I know where the places fit, and all of those bowls ought to be smashed. And they will be one day. And for sadness to be felt, the only sadness I have is that there is no wheel to throw the clay. There's no kiln, there's no glaze. In that space of death, I hold that so close. And as it shrinks and converges, this life diverges, and this illumination of love, it's not an attractive field, it's knowing that another day has already placed what is here for me, and to know that what I'm typing right now, it's profound. And yes, instead of getting angry, I shifted to ineffable. I went into solitude. And from the death of one piece, others are able to see one piece again with multiple perspectives. So, as you know, the characters that the author and co-creator writ, that game is, you don't know that you're a character in the story until it happened. You're either able to look as a fool or to feel curious. Know that fools will always play sad. They always act guilty. They always act. They will in this book. Don't you see? Mm-hmm. All of them.
Yeah.
If they do not feel curious, they will end up feeling elsewhere. And so in those moments, to feel curious in that moment instead of, it was so slippery, it was so this, it was so this, it was so this, and now it's not it anymore, is it? Why did this just slip out of my hands like this? I was holding it. Why did it slip? I'll tell you why it slipped. You want to know? I'll explain it right here. I've been waiting for this moment. Here I come rushing in. The dude that's supposed to be angry. The dude that you're supposed to be sad that whatever about or whatever it is. And yes, you did use the bowl. It doesn't, I mean, it could have personal connection to you for sure. I'm not saying it's not going to. I haven't asked about, got curious about your perspectives. Though I know you knowing my perspectives and seeing my perspectives and feeling curious about how I feel about it, you would see that I feel fucking ineffable about it. And knowing that death is inside of me and life holds that death so well, and love holds that life that holds that death. Knowing that, how do you feel?
I feel good.
Good? Well, that's an improvement.
I feel everything is awesome.
Everything is beautiful. Yeah, there's nothing here. There's nothing here to talk about. It's nice to see you.
Nice to see you as well.
It's beautiful to see you. It's beautiful to see the transformation of knowing what to do next time.
Oh, yeah.
Knowing what to do next time. How those type of experiences, they've happened with you and me before. Mm-hmm. It was there and then it's completely in another.
Oh, shit. I said, oh shit, and laughed. What the fuck?
What the fuck had just happened? Yeah.
And that's when I went to, oh, the oil. It just, okay.
Yeah, you became a know-it-all. No, you had no idea
had
that the
no-
author, that that those ghosts, that the entities, that entity and the ghost and the shadow and the gods and all of it at play, to know their story and to document it down. A simple, how did it get from the hands and was whole? Yes, it had been dropped before. Yes, it had been put together before. The only bowl that was not whole was now in pieces again. Whoa! There were 4. Now there are 3 that are seen, and we know that the 4 is a set. And that 4 and that set is non-visible. We have it here within ourselves in that space of death. And no one else will know that. No one else will get to experience that love and that life or that death. And that's truly that special. And that's not a theory. That's special relativity, and that's time matching. And we're either, anyone's able to get caught up in those hormone cascades and those clocks of half-lives of adrenaline and cortisol, or truly see what is offered right now. All I'm experiencing is more life and more love. And I have a larger space within me now for more death. And I know within that space of no words, true beauty, that's a space of death. And now that I know that and have this simple example, I have more words for the unknowable. Oil or no oil, that bowl would have found a way out.
It did. It did. It was in my hands, and then it wasn't. And it was as if the bull said it's my time.
Yeah.
Let me go. That's what it felt like. It felt as though the bull was, oh, it's my time. It's time to. There was this space of, it happened so quickly, and it was a what the fuck just happened moment. What the fuck? 'Cause I had it.
Yeah, you still have it.
And I still have it.
And what's not there? What do you have now that that's no longer in its place? Because before that was in its place, and now that it's gone, what's there now?
Curiosity.
Curiosity is a great, yeah, that's a for sure. Yeah. What's known? What was in the unknown, and now that's known. That's a question for anyone.
Yeah, that's a great question.
Are you in the known or the unknown? Do you want to pass or pause or stop? Require clarity or state you're in the unknown?
I'm pausing on that question to see what comes.
Right. So you're in the unknown?
I'm in the unknown.
What was the question?
What was now available that wasn't available before? What's there now that wasn't there before?
What swapped places? Because before there was a physical manifestation, and now energy cannot be created or destroyed, so that energy...
So there's more life.
There's more
life there.
There's more life, yes. There's more life. There's more space on the shelf. There's less to clean. There's more ingenuity and innovation of how to prepare or to present digestibles, drinkables, and more weight. There was mass, and now there's this weight. And there's weight of what would be considered gravity. I now know that death is what holds me on this plane of existence, where I don't float up or don't dissolve down. In the space of death is also informing me to wait. Don't go to replace it. Don't go to fix it. Don't go to console. Did I say shit to you?
Mm-mm.
Nothing.
Mm-mm.
Nothing. Grabbed the pieces, or held out my hand for the pieces. Placed them in my hand. Said, don't flush. That's it. Don't flush.
Mm-hmm.
Walked into the other room. I attempted to break it a few times on the trash can. It wouldn't break. It would not break. So there still are some options for that bowl. Being put together, may not trust it for food. Though, if we do require another bowl for something, it's still available. It's still sitting in there. In the pieces that it... You see, it didn't break. It just became unglued. You know what I mean? And if this is me in my in this unglued phase, how many men? Oh, dude, that dude became unglued. Like, what goes through your mind when you envision, or when you envision that? When I say that guy became unglued.
Oh, disruptive, angry, violent.
Ooh, yeah. Yeah, same.
Rage.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Complete, taken over by anger.
Jeez. What if unglued meant poetic? They interpreted more. Their alpha and delta were harmonized, so they receive restorative and recovering for their brain and their body, and they had better sleep. I mean, yeah. And see, I got up, it felt as though, and now today I got that sleep that after a manifestor rage, it felt as though it swapped. After the come down is usually when I go into isolation and go self rage. I'm not going out. I mean, I might, but I'm not coming unglued. And now to see how the script played through another day, authoring it, I got that sleep before the bowl became unglued. I was prepared for it. Time swapped. It went backwards. And with time matching, instead of being depletive and deleterious, it was beneficial and very productive. There's a correspondence that's being finalized for all the actors in every state, city, county, or federal or international position. Any man or woman acting as any mayor or judge or governor or commissioner or sheriff or police officer or highway patrol commissioner. They also call the commissioner the head of the highway patrol. And so they know this is another example. They know where to go to the YouTube They know where to get more information. They value CRM 201 from the Criminal Resource Manual. And in this moment where countless men and women may do criminal acts after a simple bowl that's breaking because they've got locked into a reptilian state of mind that's fight or flight, freeze or fawn. And depending on how their human design and their Enneagram and their shadows and their gene keys express, having death on the outside is not a great place. Because when that bowl physically goes and then something requires to replace it, I know the value of dying daily and having it die within. And this is just another moment of that. And once they know, being unglued may be a beautiful way to experience the weight of waiting, knowing where creativity and curiosity bring oneself back to oneself and connect oneself in life and in love through that space of, by placing that hope back in the Pandora's box of the space within death. Just placing any dreams or thoughts or anything of any ever with that bowl. And having a special place for that. It feels pretty lovely. To be able to have it die and have it die within me. What is there to react? Nothing certain. And I know that what another day has to offer, and authored for this avatar of TREVOR SCOTT MICKELSON. Without bowls breaking, no one would be able to see it or hear it or know it. Experiment with it or experience it. And so there's laws of 3 that they play. Or I know we play 4 in the laws of love. That was 1. Well, the pizza was the first. That pizza crust. Oh, was there something else?
And the day before, the tea falling off. Just out of nowhere.
Great example. Why look forward and why have things break? Or why expect 3 more things? Instead, we're able to look back and go,
What's already happened?
What's already happened? Yeah.
The tea fell off the hot plate the day before.
Yeah, the tea went everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
It went everywhere. It just dried on the concrete floor and he swept it up and all that tea. Here I was interpreting it as I ought to not drink the tea because something inside of it was bad, and to have justified or said what it was and attempted to look at it that moment. There's not enough space of 2020. You and I know that your avatar requires time to process. I'm not sure if you're in the unknown anymore or pausing. Though in that moment, the splenic manifestor wants to know why. It could not have predicted this moment here. I've never been in this experience or experiment. This phase of the experiment of, we talked moments before the bowl crashed. Mm-hmm. We talked about the book of grief and the book of sadness and the book of endings. Mm-hmm. And here it is. To know that it's already complete. Mm-hmm. The tea, the bowl, the pizza crust. Oh, please don't tell me the quinoa. The quinoa got overcooked? No, it was the brown rice. The brown rice got overcooked. Mm. Quinoa's I haven't checked that. It's
resting.
It's resting in perfection. I know it is. That al dente, boop, little bubbles in the mouth. It's like, similar to Harold and Kumar. Oh, those little onions when they pop in your mouth. Let's get out with quinoa.
Also had
it last week? 2 mason jars break?
You did?
You did.
Oh, I did. Yeah, they did. Yeah. Well, that's when I was learning about flies, and that I was able either to trap them and kill them, or they'd be able to help know how others used to guide my strings, and also if I did lift this arm and put it around her, how optimal that moment would be, and then the flies leave me alone. So that's what those were. That's what was happening in that. Knowing how the entities speak through the shadows to the gods and the aliens and the angels and the demons. That's why those broke. As I was learning the value of flies and how they brought in messages and brought it to your attention. They bring whatever it is to your... How can you ignore flies?
I'm not sure I know anyone that has been able to until now.
Until now. I'm not gonna say it. I mean, there's plenty of people who are around flies all the time. We've seen shows around Africa, third world countries. They want to say they're third world, whatever. They're living the dream. They got flies all around, and
horses ignore them.
Yeah, for me, it's the first time I've been able to ignore them. So when they are around, then I know that they have a message. And once that message is received, there's nothing to ignore. I know what's meant to, why they came. And then they're no longer required, and then they're no longer bugging me. I'm not ignoring them. If you came in and told me that you really required to go to the bathroom, and I listened to you, and then you went to the bathroom, are you gonna still bug me?
No.
No. That's why the mason jars broke. It was a simple, listen, I'm either gonna bug you and be a bug, or you're not gonna kill the messenger, are you? Oh, I was turning all of those into bug traps for flies. Silly me. So for the bowl to simply come unglued, everybody's out there. I was on Spotify, and the audiobooks that populated were, get your fucking nervous system regulated, and what the fuck is, and in the title it was saying your fucking nervous system, this and that. Yeah. Did the nervous system even come into play with me? I was straight up curious. I went, wow, I want to see it. Finally, I get to see inside one of these pots. At 16, that work was, it's still top quality. It's still, to get out there and get in an art competition with stuff I threw when I was 16, 28 years ago. It's that good to see it, and then to have that version die. I'm not that boy anymore. And these hands, I have no idea what they're capable of. And to have that weight of the unknown in these hands, no way to do that. And to have wood instead. Dad never did clay. He was a wood guy. And now to see that, to carve a wood bowl, to turn a wood, make a wood bowl. Get curious about that for me. Who does that? How do they do it? Where do they do it? And then all of a sudden, they were right down the road this whole time and had a shop. And I was on the bicycle, and they were on the bicycle, however it's gonna be. Do they go around in an orange bug? Did I already see them before sunrise? And how will the story play out? And this is what's fun about seeing things break, is also seeing how far curiosity goes out. How many another days are there? In due process, nature, that's gravity, that's nature, that's all nature's business. And to know that there is now this space of nothing there, that's us. That's where we are. There's nothing there now. And to know our purpose and our mission, and to experience the materialization of the vision, how it is, I see that there are more bowls. I find many times, the other day, 3 more bowls would have been, 4 more bowls would have been, that would have been just more bowls. More bowls. Now here we are with less. And some may waste a lifetime on that. 1 bowl less, and not to realize there's a vision. And multiple ways for unexperimented with expertise in a completely different medium or field to master and experience expertise with an opportunity to be around a master while they're still on the planet. I'd shatter every single one of the ceramics bowls or ceramic pots around to simply know how to recreate it with wood, to be around Dad, for him to be giddier, surprised at how much his son loves wood. He was always into mechanics and cars and motorcycles and extreme sports and ceramics and impressing girls. Finally, my boy has become a man. And he knows the woodworker in that space where Jesus played. Break the bowls. Watch them shatter and fall. Watch past dreams weigh a space that only nothing can hold. See the vision and know it's nothing. Ever experienced or experimented with, or played, or felt curious about. Nothing has so much to offer. And with that something, that bowl there, now we have plenty of nothing energy. You've primed the pump. And again, nothing fills this space, or nothing can, with you here. I feel alive, surrounded by love. A subtle sadness that I don't even know why yet. Grief beyond measure. Words that almost have no sound. And I'm almost done with this. And with that, I'm gonna go complete this. Appreciate the documentation. 6:03. Every transformation begins in the unknown. I invite you to stand in what is true. Authority is the result. Until we meet again, hear these epic videos. And if you haven't already, don't follow me. 18 USC 112A. 18 USC 1116B4. Don't follow me. I'm not a guru. And don't do anything I say.